Hello, stuff lovers and fellow pickers. It's great to see you back again. We have been busy. I'm sorry we haven't been posting videos just on account of not having time to put them together. But you know, right now it's official. The season is starting. We went to our first garage sale of the season this past weekend. And we also went to some estate sales, and I thought this would be a good time to bring you some of our finds. One of our viewers, and you know who you are, was nice enough to message me and ask me if I was okay, and saying it's been a long time since we've seen one of your videos. So I thought, aw, people think of us, and it makes me feel very good. So thank you for that. And hopefully some people I know out there whom I haven't really spoken to in a little while, my friend Laura, I hope she is watching this and that she's doing okay and that she will enjoy this, and we will speak again soon. And yeah, and also Kathy, thank you so much, Kathy of Kitschy Cat, who was kind enough to mention me in one of her sales videos. She does beautiful sales videos. If ever you want to watch something new or are thinking of watching someone sell some nice vintage stuff, you may want to check out Kitschy Cat. She has great stuff, and she's also a friend of mine, and she was nice enough to mention us, and we're probably soon enough going to be collaborating on a sale. So all these positive things. So let me just tell you, first of all, that we were shocked last week when we saw that there was an ad for a community sale in the hockey arena of Beaconsfield, little town just to the left of us. And we always look forward to that sale. It's one of the first ones of the season. You know, it just puts you in the mood. It's not always awesome, but I mean, it is in an arena, so there are a few people there selling, and for the past couple of years, because of the pandemic, they haven't been able to do anything, so this was a treat. I'll just show you maybe a thing or two that we got there, because stuff, too much of it, too much stuff. So I will show you what I mean, and well, I mean, what am I saying, too much stuff? You can never have too much stuff. Oh, no, I take it back. But I mean, it's, you know, too much to put into one video, but very soon there will be more. We will show you more. That's one of the things that I decided to pick up at this one booth, even though the person's prices were pretty high. But I thought, this is a Versace bowl. It's in its box. What could go wrong there? And it is signed and everything. Very hard to see probably. But at the bottom here it is signed. And so I asked and was told that that was $40. A lot better than whatever was on the back of this box. It seems that this person was saying this is really worth $135, but never, ever believe people who are selling you things. If you're picking to resell, you want to do your own research, right? Not that people aren't very nice and very good-willed and everything, but your perspective and their perspective might be different. And I don't know where she got this, basically. This is not a huge, great buy or anything like that. It'll probably sell, from what I've seen from the comps, maybe $75, something like that. So I paid the $40 for it because I still thought it's nice to have some better things, some good quality things, you know. So I went for that. Meanwhile, my husband was looking at some records. And these records are different kind of music that he would necessarily listen to or know about. Everything's in pretty good condition. And we were looking up, well, he was looking up the band names. Although this one I knew about. That was really cool because I was like, no, he's the musician. I'm like, no, it's Hosier. Come on. And he's like, what is that? And I'm like, you know, take me to church. And so we had that conversation. And these albums, he ended up paying $10 for them, which is a lot better than what you usually find at a sale where someone knows music, knows what they're doing, and they'll be like, oh, well, these albums are a little bit more special, they're a little harder to find, or you know, they're of these bands that not everybody collects. It makes them a bit collectible, and they'll tell you like $30 or $50 for an album, but my husband was told $10 each, so he grabbed 5 albums, and they're each, like, some of them were going for maybe $40. Some of them are going for like $80, $100, $125. So we're really happy with our new, exciting collectible. We get to learn more about it, and it's going to be fun to know how it works out. Fun to know, you know, not in advance exactly what you're going to make. Okay. I'm really, really excited about this estate sale that we went to. Not necessarily in terms of large money, but who knows? Picture this. A Victorian apartment, but most of the furnishings were mid-century modern teak bedroom set. I walk into the bedroom and there are all these women digging in piles of clothes and linens, and there's stuff strewn all over the bed. Stuff, what I mean by stuff is like this, which is really like a little chatelaine. I'll put it down here, maybe you can get a better idea. It's meant to hold perfume or some such thing. There's no stopper, but I don't care because if it's cheap enough, this is something distinctive. I haven't seen one before. Someone will want that. You can decorate with it. You can wear it. You can turn it into a pendant. It's a nice, kind of whimsical, kind of Victorian Gothic. It does them all. So things like that are just strewn all over the bed. There's jewelry, there are boots, there are shoes, there are scarves and handbags. And I felt that I was in some sort of Arabian Night, you know, in some sort of Alibaba cave of treasures, because it was just kind of, you know, a free-for-all. It was just like, go have fun, look at things. It's the pleasure of holding these things that were part of someone else's life and knowing there are so many stories just held within those things. Getting to touch these things. You can't go into someone's house and touch all their stuff usually. Amazing. Because we know the gentleman who does these sales, and he's pretty good with us because we go to a lot of his sales and everything. We got an okay price on a lot of the small things that I will show you. He just priced them at $15 for a whole bunch of things. So that was amazing. So this, just to let you know a little bit what's going on here. These were on the bed. I love this shape. A lot of style, very retro. These are Gres earrings. They spell, try and do this, G-R-E-S, which is Gres in French. They're a French designer. I've had these earrings before and sold them. Not huge money, maybe $25 or so. These ones are a little worn, maybe a little less, but anyways, they came to about $1.50. This is silver, so he wanted $15 for them, but I love that design. I think someone will appreciate that. Just really nice, kind of modernist design. Clip-on earrings. So I'm glad with my little bits of jewelry from there. Then this was just on the headboard. Just a nice West Germany vase. I liked the colors and the little quail sitting at the bottom of the plants. You know, when that stuff is $1 or $1.50, I'm gonna take it. I opened this box, which was in the kitchen, and saw that these are place markers in the shape of shells. You put these little papers in that slot, you write down the person's name, and voila, they know where to sit. No fighting. That was about $1 as well. Okay. So now, still in the bedroom. Cupboards are open, shelves full of linens and things. I'm not that big on linen usually because sometimes you can't identify it well. It can be hard to know what you're selling, but at these prices, I just thought, and quite honestly, I was just too taken by the wonderful patterns and the sense of retro style. I couldn't help it. I was just like a scarf demon, and I bought all these scarves. And so I bought all these for $15, and we've got things like this, which is just a very nice, beautiful color of pink scarf. This is one of my favorite ones. Again, I just love that design, the colors. Very disco in a way, disco era kind of thing. This is signed and it's silk. And again, so 70s, and so fun to just be picking up this pile of scarves and going, I'm gonna take all this home and play with it. We've got this, which is more like a shawl, but I'll just give you an idea of what it looks like. Beautiful colors, lovely homey print, kind of Slavic maybe. Just a very retro kind of 70s scarf. This one I liked because it has a tag that says made in Italy and 100% silk, and it's all hand rolled, the edges here. So that's a good sign of quality. This is another signed scarf with an interesting pattern. So I went for that as well. Really like this print and these colors. So of another time. I can make my own music for scarves. This is just so kind of 50s, something you would wear around your throat, and lovely little polka dots. This is simply made in India, but it's silk. Another beautiful pattern. I love those colors together. Just fun to think that you could just reach in there and you're like, okay, another 75 cents, sure, you know. I did keep one for myself, but I forgot to include it today, but it's all like, it's all these turquoise and purples and stripes, and I'll show it to you some other time though. This is just nice golden wheat, maybe? No, it's not that. Timothy, maybe. I had so much fun. So $15 for all of these scarves. These were also at that estate sale. And what I'll do with the scarves, you know, the ones that I think are a bit more pedestrian, you know, nice, but maybe they don't have a designer on them or something, I'll make maybe a little lot or 2 or 3. Some of the ones that are silk and maybe have a designer, maybe I'll do that separately. They're not, none of this is big money, but you know, $12 here and $20 there, and the opportunity to have them for a little bit. Also at the estate sale, this was part of the $15 that I paid for all of the trinkets and small things. That vase, the owls, and some other things that are coming up. They had lots of small owls. A lot of them were kind of more like stone, and they all kind of looked like the same thing, and I didn't find real value in that. This was intriguing because it's like a little ginger jar. I like the pattern. I think it's just very, very good looking. It's got a little bit of a break here, unfortunately, but I think it's distinctive enough that someone should want him. So these are going to be going together. I'm going to sell them together as a little owl lot. They're not signed, but they're very sweet because they're tiny. Okay, enough of that. The owls can go here. This was also part of the $15. I'm sorry, some of this is a little dusty. We haven't had time to clean all these things, but I like the abstract look, the coppery look. I thought, yeah, that's a good 70s kind of feel. So I got those. And then this one from Chile, which is signed as well. It's got the artist's name, Crisol, I think. Crisol. And I like the little enamel dots decoration. Just gives it a nice finish. And speaking of finish, last round, this time around. This is not everything we bought, but I'm showing you what is presently giving me joy. This was fun. I think this is a Lacache tablecloth, and I loved the pattern. I'll show you a little bit clearly what this is all about. It's got poppies, it's got peppers, that deep blue. I think that's very 90s, beginning 2000s. And Lacache is a brand that I bought quite a bit myself, sort of Indian, European inspired, and I loved it. I thought they were very creative with patterns like that. So I think that this being a little bit vintage and a brand name that people were kind of into, you know, this is something that basically cost me $2. Gentleman said $15 for all of the linens too. So I said, yes, please. I don't know. I mean, that might be $20, maybe a bit more. This was fun because I love this pattern. Oak leaves, little acorns, a beautiful Baroque bow, and a pretty darn nice color. And then you have it in bigger. So I was showing this to my mom yesterday and she's like, oh, oak leaves. Oh, she thought that was amazing. She loved the acorn. She's just like shaking her head, loving this. But what she doesn't know is that I've got a second one. So guess what she'll be getting for Mother's Day? And this is Port Marion, just like the porcelain in China. Probably botanicals pattern. It's got a few little marks. I mean, we'll try and clean it up as we can. That is another one of those things where it's probably, from the comps I've seen, maybe $20, maybe a little more, depending how big it is. You know, I haven't researched every detail, but just to give me an idea, so far, if I'm getting, you know, $20, $25 per piece of linen that I've paid $2, it's not bad. I'm not saying this is going to sell fast, but some of them, especially where you have makers' names or, you know, that are part of brands that people collect, like Port Marion, that might sell a little quicker. Okay, I could not pass this up. You've got your party theme right here. It doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. You've got the tablecloth, it's turquoise. You have pineapples. This is perfect for summer, for picnics, for Hawaiian themed things, for, you know, birthday celebrations, and whatever you like. My mom loves pineapple patterns and turquoise, so I don't know. She may have to get it, but I don't know. I may just have to try and sell it because I think it's a very well done thing, and I think that it's very sellable. And last but not least, let me reach over. I won't quite be able to show you how long it is, but I'll give you an idea. It's this piece. Getting tangled up with my mic. Ooh. And this is a very long curtain. But of course, someone could decide to buy the fabric and make a tablecloth, a bed cover, cushions, a dress, anything they want with it. It's just so retro, so speaks of that kind of beginning of the 70s. You know, playing vinyl records and just sitting in your living room surrounded by huge turquoise flowers. So that's what I was excited to show you. We'll be back with more because we did get more, and there are sales lined up for the next foreseeable future. So I hope you had a good time looking at stuff. I hope sales are coming your way. And thank you so much for joining us. Have a great week.